Welcome back to Classic Firearms. I'm Brandon, and today we are talking about the Guard Dog Personal Ballistic Shield. It's a level 3+, and not gonna lie, this makes me feel like I'm bringing out my inner Captain America without the biceps, of course. So with that being said, we're gonna talk about some tech specs, then verify some of those tech specs, and give you a little bit of tour of what exactly this thing is. So grab that American flag, hoist it up high, and let's begin. First things first, you have an alumina, which is an aluminum oxide. Then you have UHMWPE. Did I get that right? I think, yes, I did. So basically that is a ultra high molecular weight polyurethane. You combine those and that's what you're looking at here. So it creates a level 3+. What exactly is a level 3+? Editor, go ahead and throw up the graphic on the screen for me so that way I can explain that a little bit better. So a level 3+ plate is also known as an NIJRF2, which is made for intermediate rifle threats and is a hard armor most of the time. Actually, I think all the time. What's great about level 3+ is you are looking at defeating M855 green tip, so more like a steel core. Now it will also be able to stop all of the previous ones from level 3, 3A, and so on and so forth, which equates out to mild steel core 5.56, 7.62 by 39, 7.62 by 51, and then of course all of the pistol calibers beyond that. So very useful. Now of course this is NIJ tested as well, so moving on. They claim on the website that it's weighing in at 19.8 pounds. To be honest with you, that feels a little bit heavy. I don't think this weighs 19 pounds. If you're grabbing a dumbbell, I don't know if that is 19 pounds. It feels like 15 pounds, but we'll verify that in a little bit, and then I'll also verify some of the measurements. Speaking of those dimensions, you're looking at 19.7 inches tall by 15.7 inches wide, and then 0.7 inches thick. Again, I will verify that. This bad boy is also waterproof, and it is coated in a polyura coating. Now, I'm probably butchering some of these words, so let me know in the comments below how bad I'm butchering some of those. That particular coating doesn't just help with waterproofing, it also makes it pretty durable, which is great. You're gonna want that. I mean, it's a bulletproof shield, so it's meant to take a beating. Not to mention, it does have some spall mitigation as well. So in case you don't know, spall, bullet hits, and then explodes on impact most of the time. Sometimes it goes in, but a lot of times there are little fractals that get exploded everywhere, and that helps mitigate, or the shield helps mitigate some of that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about exactly what this thing is. So you're thinking to yourself, it's just a plate. You've not showed us anything else other than that, but I see 4 pins. Well, you can see that they do have a foam padding on the back, along with a wrist strap or a forearm strap, and then an actual grab handle. So to give you an example, it looks just like this, although it's not tightened on me. Actually, it kind of fits nicely. You hold it like so. That allows you, well, here's a Glock unloaded. Something like this is essentially how it's meant to be used. I have actually used these personally when filming out at the range and you're shooting something like a 50 cal. I mean, yes, we take all the proper safety precautions. Eyewear, we have ear protection, sometimes even face protection, depending on, you know, where we're at and what kind of range we're at. But it is also nice to have something that just adds a little bit more of a safety net. Holding the camera right up here, I can see through the little lens, not the lens, a little screen, at what I'm shooting and actually get my target with the camera perfectly framed, which does help. So it is an ease of mind thing. Let's verify some of these tech specs that we were talking about before. So we have handy dandy measuring tape. I pulled that out so fast I felt it wind up and then wind down. That was weird. We have right here, like exactly 19.7. I understand it's a very easy thing to measure. You would be surprised how many times manufacturers don't get their own measurements right. Let's go ahead and shorten that just a bit. Bring her over here, and we are looking right at that 15.7 inch. So, I mean, maybe even like 15.8. Like it is almost 16. It is right almost at that 16 mark. So yeah, they are really accurate with their measurements. I will give them that. And then the final one, which may be harder to show on camera, we'll see, is, turn it towards you. I mean, it is so close to 1 inch, you might as well just call it 1 inch, but I'll give them their 0.7. It's really darn close. Now, the one thing I think they did get wrong is the weight, because it just doesn't feel like a 20-pound thing. I don't know, maybe I'm just stronger than I think I am. Let me grab the scale, I'll be right back. Scale's on the table. Let's go ahead and see how much it weighs. Now, you are gonna see this before I do, so I'm gonna place it on there, and then I'm gonna have, I don't know if you can see my hand, I'm gonna put it here so you can see I'm not holding it anywhere. 13.5-ish. It does have a flat edge on the bottom, and I was able to balance it on the table earlier, but it doesn't appear to balance on the scale. 13.5 pounds. May want to update your listing. It's definitely not 19.8 pounds. However, I'm much happier with something that is, well, not as heavy as was said on the page. So 13 pounds, 13.5 pounds, definitely workable. And like I said, I do have some personal experience with this thing and it works really well. It has caught some spalding and some rocks in the past from, you know, like I said, the 50 cal shoots where you just want to be overly cautious because that's a lot of kinetic energy going downrange. Moving on. That's all I have for you guys today. If you have any experiences with guard dog body armor or specifically their shield, please leave a review down below. We would love to see your comments. I know I'm down there as much as I possibly can answering any of the questions we may have missed in the video, but any of you who do share personal experiences with these things, I usually give those a heart as well. You know, like if you see a heart pop up on if you get a notification on YouTube that says your video has been loved or liked or whatever it says, that's me. 99% of the time. With that being said, God bless, stay safe. It is time to end. Time to get all the intruders.